Okay people, so I just recently dropped my unboxing and first impressions video on these Sony WH-1000XM5s 8 months after they actually came out.
Want to see some love? It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court.
I'll put that YouTube card right here, and I briefly touched on the Headphones Connect app in that video, but this video right here, I'm going to do a deep dive into that Headphones Connect app. As soon as you get your headphones, make sure you charge them back up. Go ahead and download the Headphones Connect app, which I do have right here. And I already hooked these up to my mobile device and everything, so that's why it's automatically connecting. As I open it up, it gives me information. I don't know if this shows up every single time, but it says multi-point support for Link Bud series. I'm not using the Link Bud, so I don't even need to see that. So that was just some random information that they threw out there, which I don't even really care about at this time. Okay, so as you open the app up, this is what you'll see. This is your main screen right here. You have the name of the headphones up top, the WH-1000XM5. It says AAC DSEE Extreme, and then you also have your power button to the right of that, and also 3 dots to the right of the power button. So if I click on the 3 dots right here, this will give you the tutorial, the XM5 version, backup and restoration of settings and data, launch music center, about this app, and help. And now this is where I actually had to go in and find what the touch gestures were on this headphone. It's not under the sound or system tab, which I wish it was. So if I click on the tutorial tab right here, this is where it shows you different gestures right here. You have available option of touch sensor control, quick listening, ambient sound, available operations of the NC A and B button, so that's noise canceling ambient mode button, customizing the function of quick access, speaking to someone while wearing the headset, speak to chat, automatically optimize noise canceling performance, auto NC optimizer. So this is where you can find this stuff right here. So if I click on the first one, and here are the button functions right here. So if you're looking for button functions, if you're looking for the touch gestures, it's underneath the tutorial section inside of the settings. And as you can read, pause this video, read that right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And yeah, and that's pretty much everything underneath the settings. The power button, auto power off, self-explanatory. Then you have your headphones right here, and I'm guessing if I had the silver ones, I would see a silver image right here. And you have your battery percentage and your Bluetooth at the bottom right of this top section, and then it goes on to the 4 different tabs underneath that. So you have status, sound, system, and services. Under status, this is where you control your adaptive sound control. So if I click on the I right here next to adaptive sound control, it explains exactly what it is. Feel free to pause this video so you can see exactly what this means. I'm not going to read this out loud to you. You have automatic switching at my place. It talks about what that is right here, and then it goes on to give you an example of what they're talking about. So if I hit next, it says optimize switch suited for you. It tells you exactly what that is. And so now you can go ahead and click the arrow next to adaptive sound control, and then this is where you can turn these off and on. So if I turn this on, it says the app detects your actions and locations you frequent and automatically switches headphone settings such as how to take an ambient sound. Let's just say you are Monday through Friday, you're carpooling or you're taking a bus to work every single day. It will understand that from this time to this time, he's most likely going to be on this mode of transportation, and we need to adjust the ambient sound to this. So that's what adaptive sound control does. You also have optimized switch suited for you. So it says learns how you use your headphones while using adaptive sound control and switching headphone settings at the optimal timing. So right now at the bottom, you see ambient sound control based on actions. It says detection of action. It knows that I'm staying. So when I am staying, it will adjust exactly what I set it up to adjust. So noise canceling or ambient mode, depending on what I choose. So if I click on the gear icon next to that, it'll show it right here. So actions when I'm staying, I got noise canceling on, but if I change it to ambient sound and then ambient sound at 20 and focus on voice, when I'm staying, this is what it will actually change to. And you can do that for staying, you can do that for walking, you can do that for running, and while you're on transportation. So I'm gonna hit done. I'm gonna turn that on, and then I'll hit the gear icon again at the bottom. It'll show you every action that you actually have set up. So like I said, so it says when staying, ambient sound, when walking, ambient sound, when running, ambient sound, during transport, noise cancellation. And then you can also adjust it from here. So if I hit that gear icon, you can adjust everything. So maybe if I'm staying, I want noise cancellation on. Hit done. You can see noise cancellation for staying, and all the other three just stayed as exactly how they were. And then at the bottom, it says automatically switching at my place. If I hit that gear icon, it explains what it is. Automatically switches headphone settings based on my places, registered locations. And then it says to use automatic switching based on your location, register locations you frequent. Learn the locations you frequent. If I turn that on, it says access to locations that must be allowed at all times. Detect locations you frequent, even in the background. Press the settings button and always allow access from your location. I'm not going to do that right now, but that is an option right there. So if you are wearing these headphones, and every time that you bring these headphones to the gym, you always want it on noise canceling because you don't want to talk to nobody, it automatically detect that through the learn location, and so you never have to adjust that. It'll automatically go exactly how you want it to. It's learning your tendencies and it's adjusting accordingly. That's pretty much what it is. It's I guess a more convenient way to adjust that. For me, I just turn all of that off, and I like to do it on my own. I hit the noise canceling ambient button on the headphones, and as you can see, it automatically switches, and I'm cool with that. Okay, going back to the status tab, and underneath the adaptive sound control section, you have the music that's currently playing inside of your headphones, and that's pretty much it for the status tab. So over to the sound tab, this is where you can adjust your ambient sound control settings. So if you have ambient sound selected, you have an option to choose between 1 and 20 levels of ambient sound that it lets in, and then also focus on voice. I like having it focused on voice because when I have ambient sound on, I'm doing it because I want sounds to come in, and I definitely want to pay attention to the different people that are talking around me. So that's why I always put focus on voice. What's up, Kane? What you want? You gonna go pee-pee? Huh? Look at my dog. Come here. We did this before when he was a puppy. Look, when we first got him, now he's all big. He's gonna be 2 in August. Look at him. We cut his hair the other week. And we have a lot of work to do with cutting the hair. So you want to be in this video, or do you only come down here so I can let you outside to go to the bathroom? I'm not letting you outside to go to the bathroom right now. But anyways, put him down. Thank you, Kanan. All right, go upstairs. Good boy, go. Okay, so now back to the app. Quick Cameo from the homie, and you have this text right here underneath focus on voice. It says the setting changes automatically by adaptive sound control if your actions changes. Underneath that, you have your speak to chat. It says you can start a conversation while wearing the headphones simply by starting to talk. And if I hit experience it, it'll say detected your voice, it'll pause your music, blah blah blah. Go ahead, pause the video, read that, hit next, and then it will cut back on in a certain amount of time that you designate, which I will show you exactly where that is. So if you want speak to chat on, I don't like having speak to chat on because I like to sometimes sing my music while it's on in my headphones, and the music will stop once I do that. So that's why I keep that off. The gear icon underneath that section, it has voice to text sensitivity, automatic, high and low. And then also you have time until mode closes. So 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and does not close. And those are the speak to chat setting options right there. So I'm gonna cut that off because I don't like that. And underneath speak to chat is where you have your equalizer. So your equalizer, you can hit this drop down button right here. You have different presets already in here. You have custom 1, custom 2, which aren't presets. But then you also have bright, excited, mellow, relaxed, vocal, treble boost, bass boost, speech, and then back to manual. And if you just want to adjust your EQ and you don't want to go in these presets, hit this gear icon at the bottom, and you can adjust your EQ, your highs, mids, and lows exactly how you want. And at the bottom, you can adjust the bass levels. Underneath that, you have your 360 reality audio setup. So if I hit this eye right here, it tells you exactly what it is. It says, welcome to 360 reality audio. Playing 360 reality audio on your headphones enables an audio immersion experience as real as live performance. The sound is just fuller when you do have that on. So if I hit next, it'll give you some options right here. So if I experience this, you should be able to hear this. Let me go ahead and hit play for the normal side. And then now I'm going to put on the 360 reality audio side. So it's just a more fuller and brighter sound. Definitely sounds better. And then it says learn more about 360 Reality Audio. So if I click on that, it will go out to a website that I don't want to talk about right here, but that option is there if you want to learn more about that. Hit next. Available music apps for 360 Reality Audio. You have 360 Reality Live, Artist Connection, I think that is, nugs.net, Peer Tracks, and Tidal. Shout out to Tidal. I'm a Tidal listener. To listen to this immersion music experience, you'll need one of these music service apps for 360 Reality Audio. Subscription fees and applicable content vary depending on the music service. So if I hit next right here, it says optimize your 360 Reality Audio sound field. So step 1, take a photo of your ear. Step 2, optimize the music service app by sending ear analysis results. And so you can do that if you want to do that. I do have one app already optimized. So if I hit confirm underneath here, you see that at the bottom I do have Tidal optimized. It says 360 Reality Audio is only available from these music service apps. Please select an app you want to use. I already talked about that. So if I click on Tidal at the bottom, it says 360 Reality Audio setup complete when app is launched. So I'm guessing I have to launch the app from inside of this Sony app in order to get that 360 Reality Audio. If I just launch the app by itself and just listen, I don't know if you get the 360 Reality Audio. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to do launch to optimize, and it should bring up my Tidal app. There you go, optimizing for blah, blah, blah. Audio optimization completed. So now that it's optimized, it's just a better sound. That's the 360 Reality Audio. Underneath that, you have your Bluetooth connection quality. And if I hit this eye, it gives you some information about this. It says you can set whether to prioritize sound quality or stability when connected via Bluetooth. LDAC cannot be used even if priority on sound quality is selected when service link is enabled. So definitely keep that in mind. I don't get connection problems that often, so I always use priority on sound quality. And underneath that, it says connects auto selects codec when the best sound quality common between headphones and playback devices. So you can change these options right here. I'm not going to switch it over, so I'm just keep leaving it on priority on sound quality. And then at the bottom you have DSEE Extreme. You can turn that off or turn it on to auto. So that takes your sound file and upscales it as much as possible so it's back to its original state as the sound engineers and the artists were listening to it in the studio and how they want you to actually listen to it. It tries to do that as best as possible. If it achieves it, I don't know. Never been in a studio, so I couldn't tell. The next tab over is systems. So right here, it says connect 2 devices simultaneously. I click on that right here. It talks about exactly what that is. Underneath that, you have voice assistant. Go ahead, pause the video, read that. Click the arrow. It has Amazon Alexa, voice assistant function of your mobile device, and do not use. So I can just turn on voice assistant function for my mobile device, and right here, which is going to be Siri. Then you have your touch sensor control panel, which is the right one right here. Let me double check. Yep, it's definitely the right one. You can turn that off and on if you don't want to have any issues with accidental touches. And this says disable touch sensor control panel. Voice assistant operations cannot be performed if the touch sensor control panel is disabled. Changed. I'll just keep that on. So keep that in mind if you often use Siri, Alexa, Google as voice assistants. You have to have the touch sensor control panel on to use that. And then you have your noise canceling ambient button right here, which is the button on the left ear cup all the way towards the back. And if I hit the eye on this, go ahead and pause that, read what that says, hit this down, and this is where you can toggle through noise canceling ambient sound and off. And so as I push that button in the back, it'll toggle through these. And that's why when I go back to status, I keep adaptive noise canceling off, because I just would rather do it myself. And then you also have your quick access button, which is the same exact button, the noise canceling ambient button. So it says press the NC A and B button twice for quick access options. So if I do quick access options, hit the gear icon underneath that, you can actually set it up. And all of this is Spotify tab. You just the only options you have. You have a 3 press option, and it's just Spotify tab, which is, I don't know. I don't like that. You should give it another option. Put something else in there. I don't know what they could put in that place, but just don't have one thing. If that's the case, then don't even show that 3-button option until you have another option to put underneath there. Underneath the quick access section, you have automatic power off. So it says off when headphones are taken off. If not worn for a certain amount of time, the power of the headphones turn off automatically. So I do have that checked. You can switch that to do not turn off. I don't see any time frame that they have right here, so I'm not sure exactly how long it takes. And then it says pauses when headphones are taken off, which I do like that as well. So you listen to music, watching a TV show, whatever, you remove your headphones, it'll automatically pause. You get notification and voice guidance, self-explanatory. You have various languages underneath here: English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Dutch, Swedish, Finnish, Russian, German, Brazilian, Portuguese, Korean, and Turkish. I'm going to leave it on English. And then automatic download of software. Always automatically download software. Click that drop down arrow. You can switch it to only when connected to Wi-Fi. I always make sure that my headphones are up to date, so I'll leave that turned on. And when you first get these, you want to download the latest software as soon as possible. Underneath the automatic download and software section, you have initialize settings, and what this does, it just resets different things that you want. The first option right here, it says initialize app/headphone settings. So if I click on that, you can choose what you want to initialize. If you want to do the app settings, it will reset all of that. If you want to do the headphone settings as well, it will reset all of that. You can do one or the other or both at the same time. I don't want to do it right now. And then you also have initialize headphones to default state, which it resets all of this stuff right here, as you can read. So that is what that initialize settings does. And then you also have services right here. And under services, it says introduction of services broadens new ways to enjoy headphones by connecting to various services. If I click go here for details, it explains furthermore what Spotify Tap. Feel free, pause that to read that. And then Spotify Tap is the only service that they offer right here, which is weird because Spotify Tap doesn't offer the 360 reality audio inside of here. So I would guess that Sony would try to work with the companies that they use 360 reality audio on and have them underneath the services section right here. I don't know, maybe they're working on that, maybe they're not. If I click on settings next to Spotify Tap, it shows you exactly what to do. It says change functions for the NC, A, and B button. Settings are required. Activate Spotify Tap. That's the only option that you have. And you have Spotify app install and log in, which I don't have. Maybe I should download Spotify so that I can show this app, so I can show this part in action. But maybe next time. I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so those are the different tabs: status, sound system, services. And at the very bottom, you also have 3 different tabs. So this whole section right here was all the headphone section. Over, if I click on activity, this will just show you the log, total time used. If I click on that, it shows you what earbuds or headphones you use the most, and it gives you a breakout of the time. Underneath that, it says period, so when and the time of the day that you used the certain headphones. So you have day, week, month, and year. And then it says register locations. It'll show you register locations, and then you have your actions. So depending on what you do throughout the day, if you have adaptive sound control on, remember that it has to be on to show this stuff. It will track whether you're staying, walking, running, or riding, and it'll give you a breakdown of that action. Next over is your safe listening tab right here. It says listening habits of the last 7 days. You click on that and it will show your listening habits for the last week, month, and year. There is no data because I haven't been using these well, I haven't had safe listening turned on, period. So there will be no data. Underneath that, you do have WHO sound allowance for hearing protect. So if I click on that, it tells you exactly the RMC value for hear protect. So weekly safe listening allowance recommended by the WHO. It breaks it down from 75 decibels up to 120 decibels. It says sound allowance for 7 days are based on guidance of the World Health Organizations. Underneath that, you have a paragraph of hearing loss, and then to protect your hearing as well. It breaks that down. And then you also have your badges tab over right here. And what these are just achievements for listening or using these headphones or any type of headphones that are connected to this app, or earbuds for that matter. And then you would just get different badges over time. And so they put that in here to try and entice people to listen to their headphones more. And then the next tab over is your information tab. So underneath here, you have information. You get recent information sent to you, software updates, customer surveys. You can see exactly what Sony sends out for these headphones or for just notifications in general. You also have tips right here. I don't have any tips to display. And that is all I got for you, people. That is my full rundown of the Sony Headphones Connect app featuring the Sony WH-1000XM5s. As always, if you found any value in this video whatsoever, please smash that subscribe button down below, and don't forget, hit that bell icon so you get notification when I drop my next tech video. As always, Thanks for stopping by the Tech Love channel. My name is Nicholas, and I'm out. Peace.